at that point, and I was watching from on top of the stage, and I saw what was happening in that last game, and I was like, I'm gonna pull out my phone right now because this is about to get really interesting.
Some serious retweet potential here.
Yeah, and Latai's
I was
actually
just
on
gonna
the
say,
stream,
is that Latai right there?
Latai's going up against Silent Doom on the main stream if you want to check that out at 2G Gaming. Meanwhile, thanks for joining us here on ESA Smash for Nairo Saga. We got VoiD versus Bankai.
And you know, man, just real quick call back to that Latai 0 moment. That was the exact moment in time that I knew the 2GG curse was real.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a superstitious guy by any means. I tend to be, you know, coldly rational when it comes to stuff like that. But I was like, man, there's something about this building that just makes you destined to lose when you're supposed to be the guy.
When you're the honored guest of the evening. But
exactly.
It's I mean, the curse is like running strong right now. It's like
it's over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Started with, I believe, I think the first one was ESAM Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was False, who got very close.
Yeah.
But either way, we have a Naifu representative, or at least a Zero Suit player in Bankai, going up against VoiD, a very good friend of Nairo's as well. So I could imagine him sitting right over there, very conflicted over who wants to take this.
And VoiD opening up with a footstool combo into a back air, putting on a solid amount of damage while ducking right underneath that forward smash. Great presence of mind.
VoiD's such a creative player, and also knowing that Zero Suit Samus struggles against characters with low profiles like that, just to hit them at all. Uh-oh, Bankai with a breakaway chance here. No, just going to get down throw to forward air. I think he knows there's no way he was about to roof VoiD at that percent, but gets roofed himself.
Well, that's going to be bad for him right now, especially with the low percentage on VoiD. Already about to lap this man and not dropping the combo yet. Dropping
a stock though. A little bit of hubris there from VoiD. He's like, man, I got this. No reason to fear.
But he still hasn't dropped the momentum at all. Loving these low profiles.
Yeah, down tilt, one of Sheik's, I'd say, criminally underused moves. We see Mr. R get it a lot on ledge grabs into up smash, but VoiD using it to supplement his combo game at the low and mid percents. Crosses up the DI with up air, passes right through him, and Bankai can take a really quick L in that first game. And
it didn't even matter that VoiD, you know, self-destructed that first stock because he ended up getting a JV2, goes untouched on that second stock.
Man, imagine that SDing and being so confident that you still don't even get hit for the rest of the match. Wow.
We don't even have to imagine it because we just saw it. VoiD looking incredibly strong versus Bankai in this matchup. Was there even any way that Bankai could have escaped? Because it looked all guaranteed.
I mean, when he did that long combo with the 3 down tilts, I can't believe 3 down tilts. Like, I want to say that was guaranteed. Maybe with some task level smash DI, he could have gotten out of there. Yeah. You know those Japanese videos, man, of that Ike guy? I swear, yo, Ike has no SDI multiplier on Ike. Let's be absolutely clear about that. But no, I mean, if he had that kind of smash DI, maybe we could have seen something happen. But otherwise, I think he was kind of locked in there. Have to review the VODs later. But now, going into this game 2, I think Bankai's just going to totally shift his game plan, or, I don't know, hopefully he's not too frazzled to do so.
Yeah, hopefully he actually makes use of these platforms right here. Probably extend his up air combos a little bit. Dipping low early on, that's not the position you want to be in to start off.
Loving VoiD's pivot forward tilts, not even just to do the quote-unquote VoiD combos, but also to reach a little bit extra far for a conversion that might not have been there otherwise. VoiD really one of the pioneers of those combos. I mean, the pioneer, of course, that's why we call them VoiD combos, but just using perfect pivot movement in general, in an offensive fashion at least.
Already, this is looking much better for Bankai. However, these whiff grabs are going to be like really, really devastating for him.
Loving those neutral airs that VoiD is chasing Bankai down with. He also knows that since Zero Suit has a slow tether grab, it's very hard for her to punish Sheik's aerials. Almost saw an early end to VoiD stock. But yeah, it's tough for Zero Suit to punish Sheik's combos. I'm sorry, her aerial pressure. So we're gonna see a lot of these jump-ins from VoiD, and really doesn't have to worry too much at all.
All right, dash attack pushing VoiD off stage, gets a down smash into forward smash, and that's gonna be the first stock. Bankai looking 110% better than he was.
Well, let's not speak too soon. He could get killed here in 0 to 10th again for an exactly equal finish.
There you go, VoiD unscathed, taking that stock right back.
All right, Bankai looking much more comfortable in his own shoes right now. VoiD DIs the down throw in, not wanting to get up air chain to start things off. Bankai just going to respond by going for back air instead. Okay. Bankai going for that kind of thunder stomp looking nair spam. Not even spam, but just safe approach. Speaking of aerials that can't be punished, Zero Suit's neutral air, definitely one of them, and we've got a kill with the down B very early. Bankai going to even things up. Equally dominant game. Well, maybe not equally, but definitely dominant games on both of their parts back to back.
And that's going to push us into a game 3, man. This is an incredibly tight battle. I mean, if VoiD were to lose right now, this is very early. Like as we mentioned earlier, definitely favored to win this pool, moving on into top 48. But we're not even at that point yet. We're still one more round away from even qualifying for that.
Right,
here we go, going back to Smashville. Or rather, this is the first time we're seeing Smashville in this set.
Not too often you have to say that in game 3, right?
Right, yeah. And this is actually really important, or really beneficial for VoiD. He's got the advantage for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people tend to call this Sheikville, if not Starterville. And I'm kind of surprised to see Bankai having banned something else, but I like the down throw back air, but it looked like he had something else in the works to extend, just couldn't land it. And speaking of extensions on the combos, VoiD really always super clean, making sure to get the maximum possible damage on any hit.
Okay, great up tilt right there.
Yeah, that's one of the best moves for Zero Suit to follow up her safe neutral airs on block with. Oh, Bankai with a chance. VoiD gonna find his way out of the combo though, just fights his way out with neutral air.
Yeah, and VoiD definitely making much more use of the needles at a distance in this game.
And up close as well, as he confirms right into the bouncing fish at nearly point blank. You often see that at the low 45-degree angle, but VoiD has it pretty much anywhere on the map. Ooh, sensing the fear though as he calls the rollout.
Yeah, that was really well timed too. He rolled back in unison with Bankai to get that grab.
I like how VoiD likes to approach, as of recently I'd say, with walk, crouch, crawl a little bit, walk, crouch.
Yeah, a little bit of the step dash movement coming out.
Yep.
More players are starting to utilize that tech.
Uh-oh, he's in the ground, but VoiD with a very fast match. You have to think, with combos like that, this guy's pretty fast on his controller. Up B out of shield, but
great DI from VoiD there, yeah.
You can tell that wasn't just a random pop out either. That was 100% intentional, as was that up air drag down. VoiD gonna clean it up over Bankai 2-1 though. Kind of a nail biter for a second, especially early on that first stock, game 3.
Yeah,
we saw them going back and forth.
But looking incredibly strong, pulling out with the 2 stock and gonna move on in the winner's bracket. Bankai hopefully still has an opportunity here in losers. Yeah, I mean, he could possibly, I think the top 3 seeds in that pool are VoiD, Zenodo, and then I'm Hip. And Zenodo and I'm Hip are actually fighting right now on the main stream. So we'll see how